you when we get to the little village. So we've just arrived in Bowithick where the walk starts. It's a really old, lovely little village. Oh, the dogs are very excited, they're keen to get going. But yeah, it's really beautiful here. We've got a lovely sunny day. And yeah, we're about to start our walk up Buttern Hill, and I'll tell you a little bit about it as we go. This big hill in front of us now is Buttern Hill, which is the hill we're going to be walking up today. So there are multiple theories as to where the name comes from. They all have something to do with butter, which is where you get the Buttern Hill. One of the theories is that it was a place where butter was stored, but that's unlikely because it's a hill. Another theory is it's where butter was made, but again, it's unlikely that butter was made on top of a hill on Bodmin Moor. Considering there are so many farms around the base of the hill, highly unlikely that there was one on top. The other theory is that it was really rich pasture for cows, meaning that they produced good butter when they were milked and it was turned into butter, which is probably the most likely reason for the name. That's why Buttern Hill is Buttern Hill. It's not button as in on a piece of clothing. But yeah, it's quite an interesting site. All along the east base of the hill, there is evidence of Bronze Age settlement, so it was obviously a place where people were living and presumably grazing livestock. And then up on the top there is a Bronze Age cemetery, which is even more interesting, and there are cairns and cists up there. So yeah, we'll hopefully be able to show you a couple of those. First we have to figure out how to get over this gigantic puddle. Bear's going to lead the way. So we've just started our ascent. It's not steep, but it is long, and you can see there's a lot of rocks around, and there's a few standing stones around as well, which is nice to see. But yes, all the goodies are at the top really, so we'll show you when we get there. These mounds in a square shape, this is what makes up the Bronze Age settlement. I just find Bronze Age really hard to say. And there's a nice ridge that goes all the way along here as well. So it's a really historical site, somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 years old. I wonder how much you can even hear of this because it's so windy. But yeah, we're going to carry on going up. So we've summited the hill and we are officially here at the cairn. So a cairn is a Bronze Age burial chamber. And in the middle is a cist or a kist. I'm not 100% sure on the pronunciation, but it's sort of like the grave. And on this one you can see that the lid has been removed many years ago. I think it's incredible. It's such a cool thing to see, still intact today. And then you can sort of see the stones in a circle shape going around the edge, and that's what makes up the cairn, with the cist in the middle. And my dog, very aggravated that we've stopped walking, doing loops around me. So from the cairn we actually have a really beautiful view of Brownwilly, or Bronwynelly as it used to be called, which means Hill of Swallows. And over time, when the English language kind of took over this area, it kind of just morphed into Brownwilly. But I think Bronwynelly is actually really lovely as a name. And then if we come across this way slightly, we have Rotor, which is a lovely walk as well, going up to top of Rotor. We are planning on doing Rotor to Brownwilly or Bronwynelly one day soon, so we'll take you along on that adventure too. So this formation is just a little bit over from the main one, and you can still see that telltale circular shape in the stone that lets us know that this is a cairn or some sort of burial chamber with the big stone in the middle. Just a little factoid, we are 413 metres above sea level up here at the top of the hill. We're going to head down now, and we're actually going to walk past the source of the River Foy down here as well. Who knew that the source of the River Foy was near where they make cathedral cheddar cheese? Because Foy feels like a long way away. So we've just come across this cool formation as well, and I was just saying to Liam, it's hard to tell what was put here for religious reasons on purpose and to tell what kind of appeared here accidentally back when this land was volcanic. But big rocks leaning or standing on each other, I always look at and think that they look like they've been put there on purpose, but who knows? 'Tis a mystery. So this is Bob. Bob's my oldest dog. And we got halfway down the hill on the other side and he was really struggling in the long grass, and we looked at how far we had left to go and we decided it was in his best interest that we just came back the way we came up. Bear has also hurt his foot and he keeps showing it to me. Boo's fine. So we're going to go back down the hill now and get these babies into the nice warm Land Rover. Again, at the bottom here you can sort of see the shape of the land, all the little divots and mounds in square shapes. This is what suggests that there was once a settlement here back in the Bronze Age. We found some barbed wire, Liam's just tripped over it. We don't like the idea of any livestock getting tangled up, so we're going to put it in a bush to get it out of the way. Saving the countryside, one piece of barbed wire at a time. So we're just heading back into Bowithick village, hamlet, whatever you want to call it now. Bowithick has been around for a long time. It was first recorded in 1060 something or other in the Domesday Book, Bowithick Manor. But it was very busy in World War I as there was a prisoner of war camp here. The German prisoners of war were used in an open cast mine on Buttern Hill where we've just been. But there's a lot of history here, but also a lot of recent history, which is quite cool. So we're just going to have a little wander up into the hamlet and then come back down and get back into the landy and head home. But I thought I'd show you some of the picturesque houses that they have in the hamlet. We're back at the landy now. We're going to get the dogs home and get them a little treat, I think. They deserve it. And I think we're going to get some lunch, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes. Back in the flat now. We're going to have some lunch and a cup of tea, I think, and just chill out for the rest of the afternoon. We're going to our friend's house for dinner tonight, so we're going to chill out a little bit before we head out to their place. But it was a really nice walk. It's a shame we didn't get to do the full circuit because of the dogs, but we just noticed that they weren't really happy, and we thought, well, we better just go back the way we've come so we can get them back to the car nice and quickly. But I enjoyed myself. It was nice to get out onto the moor, and I'm looking forward to having a bit of munch now. So hope you enjoyed the video, hope you learned something, and yeah, we'll see you on the next adventure.